Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Manchester United transfer news and rumours. Our first news is Sir Alex Ferguson's new life after his wife died and he suffered brain hemorrhage. Sir Alex Ferguson has faced his fair share of adversity since retiring as Manchester United manager in 2013, with a brain hemorrhage and the death of his wife, Kathy, among the challenges he has had to overcome. To Manchester United fans, Sir Alex Ferguson has always been a figure of strength and resilience. Yet the period since his retirement in 2013 has pushed the iconic manager through trials that football never managed to inflict. The first major turning point came in May 2018, when he was struck by a sudden brain hemorrhage that demanded emergency, life-saving surgery. While in hospital, Sir Alex found himself asking how many sunny days I would see again. Given the circumstances, his pessimism was understandable. Medical staff believed that his chances of survival upon arrival at Salford Royal Hospital were only 20%. There were 5 brain hemorrhages that day, Ferguson, then aged 79, said in the 2021 documentary, Sir Alex Ferguson, Never Give In. 3 died. 2 survived. You know you are lucky. It was a beautiful day, I remember that. I wondered how many sunny days I would ever see again. I found that difficult. Early in his recovery, the 13-time Premier League champion worried that he might permanently lose his memory after a setback that left him unable to speak properly. I was trying to force it out but I couldn't get it out, he explained. One of the doctors came in and I was crying because I felt helpless. Looking back on the moment he collapsed at home, Ferguson confessed that feelings of loneliness and the fear of death entered his thoughts. The moments when you are on your own, there is that fear and loneliness that creeps into your mind, he said. You don't want to die. That is where I was at. These things did flash through my mind quite a lot. Although Ferguson eventually recovered fully, the years that followed brought significant changes to his personal life. Towards the end of 2023, Sir Alex was devastated by the death of his wife of 57 years, Lady Kathy, whom he often described as the bedrock of his life. He has also said she was the only person he never answered back to, a remarkable admission from a man famous for unleashing fearsome hairdryer treatments on underperforming players. The couple first met in 1964 while working at a typewriter factory and married 2 years later. Kathy went on to have a crucial influence on Ferguson's career, offering stability and support while also shaping key moments, including persuading him to reverse his decision to retire in 2002. Following her death, Sir Alex acknowledged that he had struggled to leave the house. Consumed by grief, he opted to spend time traveling to distract himself, visiting destinations such as Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and Bahrain. After returning home, he joined a dementia support group and later decided to sell his £3.25 million Cheshire home, where he and Kathy had lived since 2010. Sir Alex now resides in the village of Gustry, near Knutsford, living next door to his son Darren. Since stepping away from management, Manchester United has remained a constant presence in Ferguson's life. The legendary Scot continues to attend matches regularly, often watching from the director's box. However, his paid role as a club ambassador was ended last year as part of wide-ranging cost-cutting measures introduced by owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The INOS chairman, who bought a 25% stake in his boyhood club in February 2024, has overseen hundreds of redundancies at United. Ferguson had reportedly been earning £2 million annually, and while he was described as grumpy by Ratcliffe when told the position would end, he ultimately responded with dignity. I take my hat off to Alex, Sir Jim said. In March, I sat down with Alex, just the two of us in the room. And I said, look, the club isn't where you may think it is. It is spending more than it's earning and we're going to finish up in some difficulties. Honestly, we can't really afford to continue to pay you £2 million a year. I said, I'm going to leave it with you, let you have a think about it. It was very grown up. Maybe a little bit grumpy at the beginning, but he got it. He came back 3 days later, after talking to his son, and said, fine, I'm going to step away from it. My decision. He continued, I think it reflects really well on Alex because he put the club before himself. For someone whose identity was forged through authority, dominance, and constant success, the hardships of recent years have exposed another side of Sir Alex Ferguson, one defined by vulnerability, humility, and quiet resolve. The game once bent to his will, but illness, bereavement, and upheaval have required a different resilience altogether. To countless fans, Ferguson will always be the indomitable force on the touchline. But perhaps his greatest victories have come away from the spotlight, in survival, in love, and in learning to let go. Stay tuned for all the latest Man United news, transfer updates, and breaking stories. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for daily Manchester United content. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for daily Man United news. Our third news is Man United legend Andy Cole shares health latest as he battles daily struggle. Manchester United legend Andy Cole has opened up about his kidney failure diagnosis and subsequent transplant, a health battle that continues to impact him. Manchester United icon Andy Cole has candidly spoken about his ongoing struggle with kidney issues. The ex-England forward, who was struck down by illness in 2015 and underwent a kidney transplant 2 years later, joined the Red Devils in 1995 after a stellar 34-goal season for Newcastle. Cole quickly made his mark at Old Trafford, forming a lethal partnership with Dwight Yorke that powered United to their historic 1999 treble. That year, Cole netted 24 times across all competitions, while Yorke bagged 29. The 54-year-old hung up his boots in 2008, but post-retirement life has been marred by health troubles. A decade ago, he suffered kidney failure after picking up an unidentified virus during a trip to Vietnam. His condition deteriorated to such an extent that he required a kidney transplant in 2017. Fortunately, his nephew was a match and the operation was successful. Despite this, Cole continues to grapple with his health issue and has now offered a heartfelt glimpse into how it impacts him. "It was just a really mentally testing time," said Cole, speaking on In the Mixer, brought to you by Sky Bet. "You've been fit the majority of your life and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where you're like, how do I actually go about this one? I think when I first went down, the first thing I was thinking was I'd just attack it exactly like I used to do when I was playing football, just get on with it. Man up. Then I realized it was going to take a little more than that. I think it has been the most challenging thing I've had to go through. Because everything's self-doubt. You're not sure how things are gonna work out for you. It's all self-doubt with this illness because it's a fatigue illness and you forever question yourself. Will I be able to do this? Will I be able to do that? I had around 2 years of questioning myself. Then in that time, I felt ill a few more times and I've actually turned around and said to myself, sod it. Get on with it. I was backed so much by a lot of my former teammates saying, come on. We know what you're like. We know mentally you're strong. You've got to realize you can't be stubborn anymore. I mean, what will be, you know. Just live your life, enjoy what you've got left. That's the way I try and view things now. Ultimately, with the illness every now and then it's gonna be a struggle. Just gotta ride it out. I mean, what will be, you know. Just live your life, enjoy what you've got left. That's the way I try and view things now. Ultimately, with the illness every now and then it's gonna be a struggle. Just gotta ride it out. Our third news is Sir Alex Ferguson's brutal Manchester United axe and Sir Jim Ratcliffe fallout. Manchester United icon Sir Alex Ferguson turns 84 on Tuesday, and the managerial great is no longer as welcome at Old Trafford following a brutal decision by co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Everything you need to know. Brutal axe. Manchester United ended Sir Alex Ferguson's £2 million a year contract as a global club ambassador in October 2024 to reduce overall spending. This decision was made by part owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Ineos leadership team as part of a wider financial overhaul. In-person meeting. The termination of the long-standing agreement was reportedly handled in person during an amicable meeting between Ratcliffe and Ferguson. Sir Alex reportedly accepted the decision despite being grumpy on the matter, showing his class and continued dedication to the club's long-term success. Legends backlash. This cost-cutting measure has sparked intense backlash from club legends like Eric Cantona, who labelled the decision totally scandalous. Former England defender Rio Ferdinand also warned that if the club's greatest manager is vulnerable, then no staff member's position is truly safe. Ratcliffe defense. Ratcliffe has defended these aggressive financial strategies by stating that the club's operational costs had become unsustainably high. He believes these difficult choices are essential to move away from a history of dumb money and poor investment. Wide-scale redundancies. The removal of Ferguson's paid role is part of a larger redundancy program that has seen approximately 250 employees lose their jobs. This restructuring aims to streamline the organization and ensure every department contributes efficiently to the club's footballing goals. Fergie remains. Despite losing his formal ambassadorial salary, Ferguson will retain his position as a non-executive director on the club's board. He remains a regular presence at matches and continues to offer his support to the club he managed for 27 years. Complete renovation. Under the new Ineos management, United are undergoing a top-to-bottom transformation of their footballing and scouting operations. This process includes replacing key executives and overhauling a recruitment policy that has been heavily criticized in recent seasons. Controversial cuts. While some critics fear the club is losing its traditional identity, others argue these ruthless changes are necessary to end years of mediocrity. The new leadership is focused on building a modern, high-performance environment that can finally challenge for major trophies again. Read the full story. Man United terminates Sir Alex Ferguson contract after brutal Sir Jim Ratcliffe call. Stay tuned for all the latest Man United news, transfer updates, and breaking stories. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for daily Manchester United content. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for daily Man United news. Our last news is Man United news. Scott McTominay return details as new signing confirmed. The latest news from Manchester United on the last day of 2025, with some big transfer news to welcome in the new year. There are set to be big changes at Manchester United heading into 2026. Ruben Amorim has been at the helm for over a year now, and his team have put in some solid performances so far this season. There was a plethora of new arrivals in the summer transfer window, with Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Sesko, and Brian Mbeumo just some of the players coming through the door. And it seems there will be even more activity in the January window. Joshua Zirkzee, Kobbie Mainoo, and Casemiro have all been linked with moves away from the club and could secure deals in the coming weeks. As the new year approaches, Mirror Football takes a closer look at some of the big news coming out of Old Trafford. Scott McTominay return details emerge. According to Caught Offside, United are keen on bringing back Scott McTominay to Old Trafford. The Napoli midfielder left the club in the summer last year and has been thriving in Italy alongside United player Rasmus Højlund. The Scotland international helped Antonio Conte's side win the Serie A last season, and he has gone on to become one of the leading midfielders in European football. Napoli would obviously prefer to keep McTominay, but according to reports, they would be willing to listen to offers in the region of £60 million. Not only has McTominay been a great player for Napoli, but he was also awarded the Serie A Player of the Year award thanks to his contributions in their title-winning season. With Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo and potentially even Bruno Fernandes heading for the exit in 2026, reacquiring the services of McTominay would be a smart move. Transfer confirmed. United have confirmed the signing of Leah Schuller from Bayern Munich. She has signed a contract until summer 2029 and will officially join on January 1st. She has scored more than 100 goals for the German heavyweights and has bagged 54 goals in 82 international games. Matt Johnson, director of women's football at Manchester United, said, "Lee's goal-scoring record is phenomenal. Her style of play will give our attack an exciting new dimension. We are delighted to add a player of her pedigree to the group. Lee's winning mentality and experience will really help our young and ambitious team as we continue to grow together and compete across domestic and European competitions." From the first conversations that I had with Mark and the club, the ambitions of everyone here were very clear. I still have so much that I want to achieve in my career, and I know that Manchester United is the perfect club to join. I feel that the team's style of football will really suit my game. I hope my qualities and experience can help us to achieve our aims both in England and in the Champions League. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one with even more breaking news, big transfer updates, and everything Manchester United. Until then, keep supporting the Red Devils and stay tuned to Man Utd Transfer HQ.